In Capital News tonight, Morogoro road accident death toll rises to 9 people. Parliament approves 36.6 trillion shillings government budget for the financial year 2021-2022. And in sport, Tanzania to send 4 teams to CAF competitions. Good evening, this is Capital News at 9:30. My name is Nasma Mwambe. Let's get started with the national news. The death toll of the accident involving 3 vehicles that had occurred at Oilcom 99 area along the Morogoro Dar es Salaam road last night has gone up from 7 to 9. The drivers of the lorry and Toyota Coaster alleged to have caused the accident are among those who have died in the accident.
Tuna dead body 9, wawili waliongezeka.
We have 23 casualties and 9 fatalities, 3 women and 6 men. 5 casualties are critical. We were hit on the left-hand side. The driver stopped the vehicle and got out. The vehicle that was coming from Dar es Salaam heading to Mbeya, Toyota Coaster, that was carrying flowers as if they were going to a funeral. Unfortunately, they were lying because in the vehicle there was no coffin. It was a trick for them not to be stopped by traffic police. I know that sometimes people are in a hurry of reaching their final destinations, but let us take precautions by not accepting such kind of environment. If we will catch intelligent drivers who use such technique, legal measures shall be taken against them.
Wakati hakuna jeneza lilobebwa, anachukua abiria, lakini kwa sababu anajua atasimamisha barabarani, anatumia kigezo hicho kwa kuonyesha kama ni maiti.
The Parliament of the United Republic of Tanzania has approved the government's 36.6 trillion shillings budget, with the Minister of Finance allocating more funds in the water sector, Rural Road Fund, construction of classrooms and students' loans for higher education.
Yeyote anayostahili mtu kulipa ni kitu cha lazima. Lazima alipe.
Tax is compulsory. Whoever is entitled to pay, it must be paid. We are calling on people to be responsible in paying their taxes.
Kura za hapana. Kwa mara ya kwanza hakuna hata moja.
For the first time, there is no vote that is opposing. 23 votes abstained. A total of members of parliament present in the parliament is 385, with 5 absentees. 6% goes to those who abstained the budget, while 94% of the votes were yes.
Kwenye viwanda vya kilimo bado tuko nyuma sana.
We are lagging behind on agricultural processing factories. A lot of investments are needed. Factories depend a lot on farmers. It is high time now that farmers are empowered.
Nayo vile vile serikali iangalie.
The government of Zanzibar has announced new procedures for visitors entering Zanzibar, whereby they will be required to show certificates stating they do not have the virus. The development are measures being taken against the 3rd wave of the coronavirus.
All coming into the country must bring certificates that show that they don't have corona. They have done a good job, and we are confident that in coming days they will complete. And if it is decided that Tanzanians should be vaccinated, then anyone who is willing will be vaccinated.
Na pindipo Tanzania ikiamua tu kwamba Watanzania wachanjwe, basi Zanzibar tunahakikisha kwamba kila Mzanzibari anayetaka kuchanjwa achanjwe.
government of Tanzania and the European Union have launched a project aimed at strengthening the value chain in tea, coffee and horticulture farming in various regions of mainland Tanzania and Zanzibar, worth more than 273 billion shillings. The project will also support construction of rural roads at tarmac level, as well as public education on nutrition. First, to improve the environmental and improve the tea trade and coffee. Second, to increase the production of small-scale farmers, but to strengthen the road infrastructure in the councils where these products are being produced. We're happy that we are also part of contributing to economic and social development in Tanzania, but here we are talking about the AgriConnect project, and because it is the greatest project to be implemented here in Tanzania, which will cost 207 billion shillings. Since this program is implemented in our regions, please make sure we provide serious cooperation in order to implement these projects. Kilimanjaro Region Commissioner Dr. Stephen Kagaigai has directed the District Commissioner of the region to set time every day to listen to and address challenges facing people instead of just once a week. He gave the directive after swearing in the new District Commissioner of Mwanga, Abdallah Moipaya, former senior journalist from RTV Radio 1, and Colonel Hamisi Maiga as District Commissioner of Rombo. Back in the days, I used to go to these councils. Worse enough, I used to find a board written, a day to see a district commissioner is a certain day, maybe on Monday. Now I was in conflict thinking, what about those who comes in the other days that you have not specified, meaning they won't be served? I urge you to leave your offices open for the citizens. I promise that at any time we will cooperate, because without you the things that you will be raising and what we are doing will not be visible to the public. I ask for this cooperation, not only my honor but to all journalists. Welcome to Kilimanjaro, Mwanga. There are a lot of things we as leaders are supposed to be doing considering your ability. Mostly, let's work hand in hand with the people of Kilimanjaro in making sure we solve their complaints. You've been given this honor on behalf of the people of Kilimanjaro. We believe in you and that the unity in you will reduce complaints from the people of Kilimanjaro. Fisheries stakeholders in Mwanza region have expressed concern on the 2% increased charges on sales included in the government's budget for the year 2021-2022, which they say it will make it difficult for fish processing industries to export fish products.
Kweli asilimia mbili inatuasili sana kwa sababu sisi.
The 2% is affecting us so much because we get a lot of our capital from factories.
Tunapoenda kukata leseni, ile leseni ya kupewa mamlaka ya kununua.
There are a lot of taxes that we are already struggling to manage, including purchasing license, trade license, fishing license. All these licenses are paid to the government. And now this issue of 2%, it will bring a lot of problems. It is important for the government to review this tax.
Pia kimsingi tozo hiyo sisi tunavyoiona kwamba kwenye ule uchumi wa kati.
This is going to kill industries and lead to loss of jobs in factories, but it is going to affect fishermen. Agents who bring in fish will also go bankrupt.
Tunaiomba sasa wizara iweke namna ama njia yoyote ile ya kuonana na viongozi wa chama.
In most cases you find that the fishermen have a lot of taxes, but the 2% from our earnings is still very high.
Iliza, shida itakuja kwenye viwanda.
The government of Poland has said that it will continue to cooperate with Tanzania in various development projects such as education in order to increase the number of experts who will support communities. The statement was made by the Polish Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs, Paweł Jablonski, during a tour at the Livestock Training Agency in Tengeru, Arusha.
And while we support this campus here, other campuses in Tanzania, so in the future we will be carrying out many projects that will bring our nation even further closer together.
Kwa kweli, Mheshimiwa Naibu Waziri, tukushukuru sana.
We commend you, Honorable Deputy Minister. The government of Poland has always fostered good relationship. We commend you.
Maabara zile ni kwa ajili ya matumizi hasa makubwa kwa ajili ya kutolea mafunzo kwa.
Most of the time our students learn in theory, but there are cases when they have to learn in practice. So they are forced to get samples from livestock keepers around this area.
Lazima kwenda kwa wafugaji ambao wako eneo hili, jirani na eneo hili, kuchukua sampuli, kusikiliza matatizo ya wafugaji.
And that is the end of the national news. International news comes next after the break. Welcome back, and now in international news. Kenya has received 358,000 doses of AstraZeneca vaccine to help step up the campaign against the coronavirus pandemic. The Ministry of Health has said the arrival of the vaccine will boost an ongoing second dose vaccination exercise that commenced last month.
The Danish government has donated to the Kenyan people 360,000 doses of the AstraZeneca vaccines. And certainly this comes at a time when we really needed the vaccine. Because as things stand, you know that we started off with about 1.2 million doses. And so far we have already used up all the vaccines. We only have 5,000 vaccines remaining, and we are very sure that those are going to be used in the next coming days. So had we not received this donation today, we would basically be having no vaccines in the next few coming weeks. But as of today, you know that we have already vaccinated 990 Kenyans with the first dose. We've been able to vaccinate 192,000 Kenyans for the second dose.
President Yoweri Museveni of Uganda has announced that his government will not tolerate ministers who are not performing, as well as those engaging in corruption, and warned that he will not hesitate to dismiss them.
The public, if you don't have a public spirit.
Nobody should be in the public if you don't have the public spirit. I can't take care of the negligent people, and I will dismiss them because they will endanger our system. The goals of the governing party must be fulfilled. I cannot be pushing people as if they are going to weed my garden. Residents in Goma and Nyiragongo in the Democratic Republic of Congo who were affected by the volcano eruption last month have urged the government to form a new committee that will be responsible for deploying assistance to victims of the volcano. The greatest thing that I remember during the volcano is the trouble we got, and we had to run and left our houses. We're back only to find we have nothing. When they bring people back to Goma, I think those are the ones that they can live at least in better places, but those who live here have no place to live.
Wakaishi mzuri kidogo, lakini kuna pia wengi ambao walikuwa wanaishi hapa kwa hii love, unaona gisi imisha kuwa majiwe mtupu.
And that's it for the international news. Business comes next after the break.
Tune in to Business Edition and meet business leaders and experts who keep you informed on business and economic developments taking place in the country, such as tourism, construction, energy, transport, mining, agriculture, communication, banking, real estate, and more. Business Edition on Friday at 8:15 p.m. only on Capital Television.
Welcome back, and now in business news. Mobile phone company Tigo has met with the business community in Dar es Salaam to discuss on how to address effects of the coronavirus on business.
During the pandemic was first to focus on our employees, making sure that no employee loses their job, making sure that they're able to work from wherever they are. That was the first thing that we focused on doing. The next thing was to focus on the customers, to make sure that the customers can still continue to use our network, because we do realize that during such period, a mobile telecommunication network is very important for customers' needs.
Grape farmers in the Dodoma region have urged the government to establish a grape board that will help them access market, as well as a set of prices that will improve their income as well as develop the crop in the country.
Kikubwa ambacho sisi tunafikiria kwamba kama serikali,
if the government can look at the grape crop like any other crops including cashews, there is a guidance price. Once the government knows the cost of production and prescribes the guide price, then it will make it easier to the farmers who are complaining because of lack of capital.
Changamoto nyingine ni masoko. Inafika mahali kwamba mnunuzi ndio anayepanga bei ya zao la zabibu.
Another major challenge is market. The buyer is the one who determines the price of the vines. We would like to have a board like cotton board, cashew board, so that these products can be priced.
Mnunuzi wa zao la zabibu. Siko changamoto ambazo.
There are challenges that we as the Ministry of Agriculture have begun to work on. Capital issue, how this field can be served to use extension services. First, we want to encourage them to do business agriculture, that they are entering agriculture agreements with buyers and industries.
Kituwashawishi kufanya kilimo cha kibiashara.
That's it for the business news. Sports comes next after the break.
Away first time, good start from Bolt. Bolt leading a moment and going away. Gay trying to go with him, and he's going to be dragged through to second place, but he's going to win it by 2 meters. Away first time, good start from Bolt. Bolt leading a moment and going away. Gay trying to go with him, and he's going to be dragged through to second place, but he's going to win it by 2 meters. Position, Marquinhos, he did lose some limb.
Welcome back, and now in sports. Tanzania is among 12 countries that will have 4 teams in the CAF African Championship. Here's more.
From Tanzania will participate in the CAF Champions League, while 2 others will be in the Confederations Cup. The chances have been obtained after Tanzania acquired many points in the international competitions, especially after Simba reached the quarterfinals of the Champions League this season.
Mason Mount and Ben Chilwell will miss England's final Euro 2020 group game as they continue to self-isolate following contact with Scotland's Billy Gilmour. Here's more.
Chilwell was seen interacting with Chelsea teammate Gilmour following England's disappointing 0-0 draw with Scotland on Friday, with the 20-year-old subsequently testing positive for COVID-19. Gilmour was swiftly ruled out of Scotland's last Group D fixture against Croatia, and Mount and Chilwell will now also have to remain in quarantine in accordance with coronavirus regulations, meaning they will miss the Three Lions clash with the Czech Republic. The England camp has confirmed the news in an official statement which reads, "We can confirm that Ben Chilwell and Mason Mount must isolate up to and include next Monday, 28th of June. This decision has been taken in consultation with Public Health England."
Manchester United have announced 4 games to be played in England as part of their pre-season plans. Here are more details.
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's side will face Derby, QPR, Brentford and Everton as they prepare for the new season. The latter 2 games will be played at Old Trafford, and should there be no further setbacks to the government's easing of restrictions, fans will be allowed into the stadium in accordance with COVID-19 guidelines. Solskjaer's side kick off their pre-season away to Wayne Rooney's Derby on July 18th, before a week-long UK-based training camp. They will then take on QPR at the Kian Prince Foundation Stadium on July 24th, before 2 matches at Old Trafford against Brentford and Everton, respectively.
Barney and Brighton are among a host of clubs keen on signing Nat Phillips from Liverpool this summer. Here is more details.
Attracting interest from a number of Premier League sides following an impressive breakthrough campaign for the Reds last season, with Newcastle and Southampton also making inquiries. And while Liverpool sources insist that no decision has been made on the 24-year-old's future, there's a deal to be done if the price is right and that the player himself is open to the idea of moving on. Phillips emerged as a surprise hero at Anfield last season, playing a key role in the second half of the campaign as Jurgen Klopp's side secured a crucial top 4 finish.
And that sports item ends our news bulletin for tonight. Thank you for watching and good night.
You can watch Capital News live on our social media accounts, YouTube Capital TV and Facebook Capital Television Tanzania from Monday to Friday at 9:30 p.m. Don't forget to subscribe and put notification on.
Ule msimu wa kunufaika na vituo vyako bora umewadia. Ni msimu mwingine wa Sabasaba. Vituo vyako bora vya ITV Radio 1, Capital Radio na Capital Television wanakuletea ofa kabambe. Pata fursa ya kutangaza nasi kwa bei ya punguzo kabisa. Nunua matangazo manne ya sekunde 30 kwa shilingi 500, na kwa upande wa radio matangazo madogo madogo yani casual adverts kwa shilingi 100. Ofa hii ya msimu wa Sabasaba pia inahusisha vipindi vya dakika 5 na 10 kwenye TV na Brand Talk kwenye radio. Kwa maelezo zaidi wasiliana na idara ya masoko kwa simu nambari 0658777144 au 0676777147. Ofa hii ni kuanzia tarehe 15 mwezi wa 6 hadi tarehe 18 mwezi wa 8 2021. Vigezo na masharti kuzingatiwa.
Hadithi za kukataliwa na kutengwa na jamii ziliwahi kukufika? Wakati unafikiria wacha tukazungumze na msichana wa Sekula Zakaria maarufu kama Dora, ilikuwaje akamfika hayo na amewezaje kuelimisha jamii yake? Mimi ni Hadija Halifa, salia nami. Tayari nimefika katika makazi ya Dora. Wacha tuingie ndani na tuongee zaidi. Mambo. Dora, mambo. Nimefurahi kukuona. Nimefurahi pia. Ni kwa nini unapenda sana kumwakilisha msichana kutoka ulimwengu wa tatu?
Nadhani pia Dora alikuwa msichana ama mtoto wa kike anayeishi ulimwengu wa tatu. Hivyo nikaona kwa nini nisifanye kitu, kwa sababu kila mtu anapenda kupewa thamani.
Kwani wewe uliwahi kupitia changamoto za namna hiyo ambazo tunaona katika filamu zako za kila siku?
Sana.